Hello my fellow YouTubers, it is Saturday, October 5th, approximately 11:50 a.m. Colorado time. Sitting outside a vet getting both of my girls' nails clipped before I hit the road somewhere around the end of this week. Because it's getting colder. It's finally happening in Colorado. Still got a forest fire going. Most of the mountains of Colorado still under red flag fire watch. But Thursday night it's going to be 17, Friday 41, Friday night 22, Saturday 55. Anyway, it's this place I want to go down south. It's getting cool enough to go down there yet stay warm enough so I don't have to freeze my ass off too much. First off, this vid, and I'm going to go through my notes here. First off, this vid is not sponsored by Marfoogle EMP Shield, Marfoogle Smart Meter Covers, Marfoogle T-shirts, Marfoogle PayPal, Patreon, roughly 6 Amazon links, donate via Streamlab, chat donations or whatever donations via his website, and of course via his earthing gear. Why does Marf try so hard to hide what he's got going with Dex? This started some time ago, but recently in the last few days, now he's got this Richie Cunningham, Potsy Weber routine going on. You know, they do at the beginning of the show. And that is, of course, as we all know, to suck in. He leeches off and he preys on the weak-minded and the simple-minded and the old-fashioned minded women, older men and women, and obviously the vets, playing this stupid frickin' routine of his. And like I'm going to get into here shortly, which is the most important thing about this video, even though I have some other stuff from his last videos, a video from Iggy. You know, one of the things is, you know, he's trying so hard now to cover up his tats, but we're going to get to the most important thing here in just a second. Oh man, I meant to turn my camera on to make sure you could see this. Damn it. Now I got to make sure it shows up. The channel is called MargoogleNews EXPOSED. The title is MargoogleNews Gets Exposed for Abusing His exGF and Son. This kid well, but I know Marf now. That's just the way Iggy does things. Man, I'm hoping you can see this. This is the only video he has on that channel. You have got to watch this. And the more important thing to me is at the time when I watched this, there was only one comment below about how this lady saying she couldn't see it on her computer or laptop. I could read next to nothing on this on my phone except for the little bit I'm going to go through. It's a couple other side things first. So it's just the way I got my notes here. Why is there no Marfoogle coverage of this crap coming out on YouTube now about Seattle's about to be destroyed? And in this, I'm sure a lot of people have seen it, for November 3rd, and there's this dude went through all this shit like we've seen on videos before, pulling all these dates and subliminal messages or whatever, and photos and shit out of movies and commercials about Seattle supposed to be destroyed. And we've seen all this before. Nothing ever happens. I'm telling you right now, nothing's going to happen now. But why isn't the Marfster picking up on this? Because he wants Seattle destroyed so bad by Cascadia. Why is there no Marf coverage of this alleged call-up of the Marine Reserves? That was also since then been canceled. Some channels are saying it was just a change order for the way that's written. But why would it be canceled if it was a change order? And the first time I saw this, and I saw some since then, were on BP Earthwatch. And like he says, these channels want to report this disaster upcoming, the Marine Corps Reserve getting called up for some sort of civil thing, but yet they won't show it when it's canceled. I should have checked RFB, that fucktard Richie from Boston, because he put an alert out there. I don't know if he put a cancellation notice on it. And the big thing about videos like that, when these people sit there and show all this crap from all these movies and commercials and everything else over the past 10, 20, 30 years, who has the fucking time to do that? And more importantly, who has the AI to do that? Who is behind all these? Don't tell me these people sit here and study and they don't have time to go through and look all these movies to pull this up. They have serious shitloads of help. That's all pre-programmed. It's such a freaking shame. Now let's go on to that video I just showed you, and I'll put it in the description just in case that wasn't readable. I should have did my phone the other way. It's from Iggy. He put it on a separate channel, separate video. It's the only one there. It's police reports on Marf assaulting his ex-girlfriend and son, restraining order, drug charges. I could read like 2% of what's on there on my phone. My phone sucks. Well, on anybody's phone, you might not be able to really read that. On 2 of the charges, there's end dates of 2007 and 2018. Drug charges, assaults, and some other crap. And saying that he owes child support. Assault, domestic violence, like I said, restraining order. Now, oh, Joe Ambriano. Thank you for whoever it was that reminded me when I was trying to think of who that fucktard was that, puts out them stupid, ladies and gentlemen videos and talks to everybody like he's the only one that knows anything, like Richie does, and, a couple others are cut my top of my head. He doesn't ask for money like people say, but he's always, at the beginning, for the most part, telling you he has a P.O. box. Just so, of course, you could send check, cash, or money order. Go to his fullertoninformer.com website. You have to go all the way to the bottom. There's a disclaimer at the bottom saying we, not he, we are not responsible for what goes on in the advertisements, the sponsors, the sales, and if this channel were to be sold. But the big thing is we, and they're not responsible for this, trying to cover themselves, advertisers and sponsors and all that horse pucky. Marfy likes to say he has to use retarded speak. As I've said before, and I'm going to say it again because this is so important with Marf. I don't care what fucking way you say things on YouTube. You're going to tell me that when these live YouTube people go watch your videos, as Marsh claims he has, they all do, that they cannot pick up on what you're doing. And you're going to tell me, as far as all these people believe that as far as AI is allegedly advanced, they can't pick up on what he's doing. And Marf says, well, I could show this in my thumbnails. I could put this on screen, vaccines, North Korea, South Korea, Iraq, Iran. And between the YouTube people watching channels and AI, they can't pick up on that. Well, then either you're lying or they're lying about how far AI is advanced. It's all retarded speak. As I've said before, as we know, much bigger channels than Mark, specifically his Loverboy AMTV, has this shit in the titles all the time, says this stuff every damn day in videos, and never loses a video and never gets shut down. Another thing with AMTV, I think it was early yesterday, the morning before, he put out a video saying that Trump was calling for a 1,000,000-man march, and I think he added in there for gun carriers and militias to unite. So what did I do? I didn't finish watching that. I hopped on Google, YouTube, not Twitter, everything. Not a freaking damn thing about it. I left 3 different comments. What kind of dumb shit are you pulling? Are you trying to start something with Trump? So then, like I said, by the 3rd comment, I'm like, dude, there ain't nothing on this. He deleted the video. It's freaking gone. Mr. Green, Marfoogle's Loverboy, on the secret side, of course, has these... put out that video about Trump wanting 1 million. I don't know what the hell we're trying to crap he came on that, but like I said, they can't pick up on the thumbnails, on the forbidden subjects and all that. Give me a freaking break. Again, he repeats over and over about this bullshit speech of his for these smaller channels, or his lack of monetization, and he says he wants to get them to 1,000 subs so they can monetize and go live. It's not about going live, it's about monetization. And as we all know, these channels make 98% of their money off of sales and sponsors and advertisements and all that other crap. The least of their money is the monetization. How many of these channels do not monetize if they go into their creator page, keep themselves unmonetized so they can say, oh, I'm not monetized, so I'm not asking for money, but over and over. Latest video yesterday, he said vaccine twice. Then he goes into this long monetization speech and saying that saying vaccine is a major bing, 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 and they will quickly knock you out. That his live stream kept going and that video was posted. Just more proof of you people. I know people get tired of me saying this over and over. I am so tired. This Marfoogle fuck. He's a prick. He's a punk. And so is his bitch Dex. I don't know. This started a long time ago. And he added more and more of Dex would jump in and say things. Or he'd say, Dex, what do your sources say? And Dex would say what his sources say. And I quit looking at the comments long ago. But when this started, people eat that up. Oh, excuse me. And what the hell difference does what and the sources that Dex does not have, what the sources that Dex does not have, what importance do they have when the Marfster, by his own proclamation over and frickin' over, says he has a source that sits on the Trump cabinet meetings, he has sources high in FEMA, he has senators telling him what's going on, and that dude has got not one fucking thing in his right as far back as I've ever watched any of his YouTube videos. Not a damn... Oh, there's another thing. Oh, I think it's in my notes. I don't want to give it away. But what did he say today? Well, in my prior location, before he moved to that house, he had it set up where she hits a fat, a helicopter would pick him up. Give me a frickin'... Yeah, maybe if you rented one, they were on standby. And now that you moved, a helicopter can't pick you up? Come on, people. Again, many of the Marfster and the bigger channels say the same forbidden words every fucking day, and they're still there, and they're bigger than Marf. Give me a break. And, like I said before, they haven't disappeared and gone to Cap Walmart and been chopped up for body parts. The Joker movie. Truth or theaters are not showing it or getting security because of the threat that these came out online or whatever. And now the military jumped in on it. Why would the military jump in on it? Come on, people, there's a reason behind all this crap. And once a threat comes out, especially after that shooting and especially after that theater got sued, now that a threat came out and they're supposed to supposedly multiply them according to the government and Homeland Security even, these threats came out, so these theaters either cannot show the movie or they have to have security, police or private, because if somebody even gets punched in the fucking face, they're going to get sued. These people, this is a sue-happy country nowadays. Plain and simple. That's it. These theaters are scared because if something happens, since even just one threat came out, they will get sued. If somebody stubs somebody's toe, they're going to get sued. Sorry, it's bullshit. This amazes me. I kind of addressed this before about this Discord going on against the Lord Foogle's Discord. Why isn't Lord Foogle taking control of this or even talking about it? So many people have put out videos and commented on videos like mine about what's going on within the Marfoogle fam. And channels like mine and a whole bunch of others that expose Marfoogle, we are not the large part responsible for that, because if you go look at the views, we don't have the views to match that Discord. So what does that tell you? That tells you that people in this bullshit Foogle family are waking up. And those people that wake up are the ones that get banned from the Foogle family. When he says, so-and-so, and these were part of the Foogle family for so long, but suddenly they decide to hate me or get jealous. That's because Marfoogle is simple to see through if you don't overthink shit or just, follow some dumbass. Yeah, it's just amazing. Whenever that rabble-rousing or Discord gets going among them, he boots you. That's it. It's plain and simple. One voice of dissent in Marfoogle, I guess you can get a warning or two, but if the voice is too much truth, bam, you're gone. Like I said, going by the amount of Discord, channels like mine are not the large part responsible. No, we don't have the views to match that. No, it's just amazing. People wake up. That's just simply what happens. Okay, where the hell is that? Sorry about that. Marf says he's had to explain it away a couple times. He says he's just an LLC because all the other channels do it. Well, all the other channels are an LLC because they're there, because they're a business, because, as Marf says, because they are a show, because they're there for profit. So I wish more Foogleheads would stop by here. That's why Marfoogle TV, Marfoogle News, Marfoogle is in my title, because I'm talking about that fucking fucktard. And it's also in my, not the description, but the tags below. But the views don't match up, so I don't know why people aren't clicking on that, just not knowing. That shows you how much a smaller channel is talking about people like him are the ones that are shadow banned. Yeah, that's right. Marf used to reference a video a couple times, and the first time he said I looked it up is one of them creator channel videos. And later in that, I've been trying to find, I can't remember what it was, but if I will, I'll post it again. I'll tell you, I can't do links no more without the work laptop. But in that video, it told how the larger channels and YouTube is trying to annihilate the smaller channels because they're not profitable. And like one guy said, well, these smaller channels could get bigger, but they're not bigger right now. They're not bringing in the advertising bucks and the sponsor bucks and the donation bucks and the PayPal, Patreon bucks that these bigger channels bring in, such on and so forth. Oh, Richie put out a video. I don't know if I said that. I put out a video about this Marine Corps Reserve alleged call up, and like I said, I need to check and see if he put out a recall on that. Whew, sorry about that. They keep talking about the channels that are knocked off of YouTube. It's not that many. And I haven't said this in a long, long time. I think from way back to my other channel. Matter of fact, I changed that to Marfoogle TV Translated, the one that was fact or fiction. I changed that name to Marfoogle TV Translated because I'm going to start putting my Marfoogle videos there and leave this channel for, you know, real stuff that's going on or my camping trip. But I'm just going to keep it to one channel. It gets too confusing for me too, and I might not use the right one. Anyway, these channels claim they're knocked off or talk about this or that, and yet there's literally thousands of other channels that talk about the same thing that are bigger and then don't get knocked off. Like I said a long, long time ago, these people get knocked off of YouTube because of copyright infringements or infringing on something, some other, whatever you call it, besides copyrights and all this other crap. That's the sole reason they get knocked off, because they talk about things that I'm sorry, I'm blowing it. I should have wrote it down, you know, for copyright infringements, and, you know, Marf complains about that. He's complained about that before. I can't show this because of a copyright strike, and yet look at Marf's description on the bottom. You can't show a fucking thing out of his or he's going to go after your ass. You know, the violations and all that. The various drills that feds, states, cities, and counties do. To these people in there, whether it's doctors or forest rangers or, you know, any situation, they have to do drills. Any state, fed, city, county, they have to spend so many dollars a year. Matter of fact, they got to spend everything in their budget to get more the next year. And even if it is something pre-programmed, all these people in it have no freaking idea what's going on. But to me, and what's what I've seen, because the proof is in the pudding, all this is, it's bullshit. These people have to spend the money. They have to do these drills. And a lot of, especially if you take into account hospitals and our first responders doing these drills, they need to do these drills. They have to do these drills. Because like I've said before, contrary to the YouTube truther movement, a lot of the stuff, these shootings that happen are real. These shootings that happen, these plane crashes, these buildings burning up, they're real. They're legit. Not everything's a fucking conspiracy. Not everything's a false flag. Not everything is staged. The shootings are the biggest deal. So let me address that real quick. And I think I have before. A lot of these people that go out these shootings are doing it because they've been fucked up since they were born. And that's just the way today's society is. And I don't think they should ban them. But yes, I completely agree. But all these frickin' Xbox games and all that, where you can drive and shoot people, run over and pick up hookers and put a shotgun up their coochie and blast out the top of their head, that's fucking up our kids. Everything that's going on now is desensitizing our kids. And parents nowadays are screwed up in the head, so they don't know how to keep their kids' heads on straight. Sorry, that's just the way it is. Now they get less money the next year if they don't spend their budget. That's a fact in every freaking country and county in this US of A. I've addressed this before, like the World War III think thing. They claim they have missiles now that can reach a country 30 minutes or less. Lasers, DEWs, and who knows what else. Okay, so why is it the US of A, China, Russia, let's take the bigger ones, knocked each other out? If we all these missiles that get there in 20 minutes, lasers and DEWs, just do it. Why not? Because it's bullshit. Maybe they have them, but not to the degree that everybody thinks they do, and not to the degree they say they have. All these refurbishing ships. What's the latest shit for it to put out? Sweden was putting its navy underground because of some sort of environmental thing. I think I got that in here. That environmental thing, he says, well, North Korea's having a meeting over its missiles, and then the next day or two, whatever, Sweden wants to put all their navy underground, and he insinuates it's because North Korea might get pissed and attack Sweden. What the fuck is that? If they're going to piss off early, they're going to launch at Sweden. I got more about that here in a minute, hopefully. Matter of fact, I'm going to mention it now in case I didn't write it down. But back when North Korea was shooting off all these missiles and Trump started talking shit, I want to say it was after the third missile, Trump started talking shit. And then there was a third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. I think they launched 8 or 9. And every time Trump, I'm going to annihilate you. We're going to annihilate you. Fast and furious. Whatever the hell Bush said when we were in Iraq. Doom and destruction and death. Not a freaking thing happened. Not a freaking thing happened with these drones and these Saudi Arabian oil tankers got destroyed and sabotaged. These oil tankers that were allegedly grabbed by the other countries. The recent Saudi refinery attack. Nothing happened. There's not going to be World War III. Behind that Saudi refinery getting attacked, pure US of A for some reason. That was a spanking to Saudi Arabia. You cannot tell me, if word is advanced and all these self-defense missiles and these Patriot missiles, or whatever the hell you want to call them, that Saudi Arabia has, they did not even attempt to shoot down one missile, one drone. They said some of them are cruise missiles. They showed pictures of them. These were not itty-bitty things with little propellers on top. Come on, people, and wake up. Oh, sorry. So, anyway, with all this advanced shit we're all supposed to have, and one country could annihilate another, why not? If they have it, why haven't they done it? Because it's not part of their program. The whole planet. Woo! Sorry about that. People have complained for years about various salesmen, scammers, ripping off the elderly, woman, weak-minded. I just kind of addressed this. Sorry, got a line. What do you think Marf is doing? He plays this, like I said, him and Dex got this stupid Patsy Weber, Richie Cunningham thing going, and it's all BS. Marf tries to do this dress up, I'm a nice boy. We've seen all that. People have commented or called in, oh, I want to marry you. My daughter should marry you. Dude's playing a routine. Again, I'm going to put, like I said, I'm going to put in the description for the channel that Iggy had out, the name of the video. I need somebody that can widescreen that and see what the hell that stuff says. But it does say the violence in there, the restraining order and all that shit. I want to know what's going on there. Anyway, like I said, Marf repeats everything in the show he says he can say. Oh, sorry, I already covered this. Dex and his sources, and if all these truthers, including him, should be in a FEMA camp being chopped up into body parts, why aren't they now? Marf talks about how he puts out all this information and there's confirmations of it in the media. Marf has not put out nothing ever in any of his videos that was not already in the media. Not one damn thing. I believe his 2 biggest claims to fame were Hot Musket. He did Hot Musket after Trump already said he was going to send troops down to the border, and after he was already sending troops to the border, and some were already there. And why use and shut down abandoned base in Texas when they have probably freaking 30 of them? Why would you? And there was a video, a guy drove down there and filmed it. There's some sort of college there also, and even that was next to nobody's there. Maybe it was out of season. That place was abandoned. What's his other claim to fame? Some nurse in California reported on some hepatitis or something. When he put that out, I stop. When I hear things that I consider important, I stop and Google them. There was already online articles from mainstream media about that. They were making a big deal of it, of course, and fear-mongering like the Marfster does. Oh, what a crap. Everything that dude is already in the media. Everything. He doesn't... God, give me a break. All you Christian followers of Marf, do not forget, he hasn't addressed it lately, but whenever the subject has come up with gays, lesbians, and transgenders, he says no, he's not going to address it because we're all supposed to join together. We're all supposed to love one another. We're all supposed to be one. Well, if you're a Christian, in any true sense of the word, what does that good book say? You are supposed to preach the gospel of salvation to everyone at all cost. Except for Marf and all these other truther channels. They will spout Christian crap and show you, like Christopher Green. He throws the Bible out there and quote scripture, mostly on when he does those posts, when you get those posts on YouTube. Oh, whatever. What a freaking joke. Marf, accept each other, love one another especially, because it means the more I keep you together, and the more I keep on my channel, the more money I make. That's it. That's it. There's no other option whatsoever. I need a drink. No, don't try to make up again. Oh, the other video when I said don't tread on me doesn't matter. For the most part, it doesn't. For the American dream and all that, it's meaningless. The only situation or situations I see that apply for don't tread on me is if there were to be a situation where they ever came for the guns or to lock this country down. Like I said, it's not going to happen. What they're doing right now is part of the program. They're going to keep turning the U.S. of A. into a third world country like the rest of them. Obama said it. They were doing it before him. They were doing it with Obama in office, and they're doing it now. These trade sanctions or trade agreements that Trump's got going now, look how much that keeps bringing us down. Down, down, down. They don't have to take anything. They're taking it. They're taking it. See. Sorry, where the hell was I? Marf bitches about why destroy a channel that you don't have to. Oh, excuse me. Should have went to the next page that you don't have to watch. This is not about destroying a channel. This is about the truth. And Marf only says these things to try to cover himself to his Fooglettes, you know, the dumbass sheep crowd that's following him. Because these are the people that we need to try to reach, that we need to try to get people to understand what Marfoogle and AMTV, Richie from Boston, Paul Bagley, Lisa Haven, oh, I forgot about them too. And all these prepper channels, money, money, money. Look at, they all want money. They all want your money. They all have a sponsor. I forget Richie's prepared food sponsor, but he said he's like I said, he's got so lazy he won't even say it hardly anymore. He just links in the sales pitch, you know, for a sponsor so we can get his money from them per video. I've tried all the rest of them. You haven't tried all the rest. Give me a freaking break. Of course, you could say again, nobody could prove wrong for lying. All about the sales. It's all about pretend to care. It's all about, you know, oh, I just want you to prep as long as you prep through me. Even though I'm going to tell you, you don't have to prep through me. You can go around me. But since they're all sheep and various channels are going to go through them. Woo! I think the Marfster and Mr. Green and Dexall and maybe John, I think Jogglenex Carmi got killed out of the love square. That would be a triangle. That wouldn't be a triangle. Deagle report on the world population reduction, of course, especially since they want to say, you know, it's supposed to be roughly 70% in the U.S. When they come out with a Deagle report, whenever they put anything out in the press, people are going to see it. So they got it out there for a reason. Do I think the population in the U.S. is going to be reduced by 70% by 2025? It's highly possible. Because of the geoengineering, because of the chemtrailing, because of the solar irradiation management, the fucking planet is killing us. That's all we need. They don't need to do anything. They know it. If they want a population reduction, they know what's going on. All I have to do is wait it out. Oh, I already covered the Trump warnings over North Korea when that crap was going on a while back. Oh, today, Marf's doing his brainwashing by showing the liquid metal you can move around with two magnets. Of course, they couldn't go more than 2 inches apart. And of course, magnets are going to affect metal, and liquid metal or solid. And he's combining that with that French guy they're showing in the suit that's got a couple implants in his brain. First off, that suit he's wearing is not much of an advancement. It is, but it isn't if you consider what we think they have now or what they say they have. Consider, for starters, that suit he's wearing, consider the battery power that damn thing would take. And if you go by the pictures they showed, those implants were just inside the skull. Of course, it's attached to the brain. It has to be. It has to get the impulses. And they explained to you how he had to go through this computer thing so they could figure out which impulses do what to do the very limited movements this thing has. Let's go back to Sophia a while back. When Sophia came out, oh my God, the end is here. Look at there, look at Sophia. And I could tell, and others did too, because they put out videos on it. That thing was programmed in the responses, and the questions from the crowd in the auditorium were programmed. And it even came out afterwards. And that thing had as many wires and cables coming out of that fucking thing and going to whatever the backstage as a damn cell tower goes. That disappeared. The biggest thing I saw that was really creepy, no, we've seen those robots go marching through the woods, and we're all like, oh, I wouldn't want to have them chasing me. Look it up. I'm sorry, I saw this maybe 2 weeks ago. They show one, but it was pre-programmed. The thing's not doing it on its own. And it was doing gymnastics. I mean good gymnastics. It was all front to back and back to front. And you were standing there and doing flips. But that was amazing that could even do that. But you got to remember, all this stuff is pre-programmed. Next, none of them are doing it on their own. And the ones that are like you show them marching a little bit through the woods, they don't have a battery. They can't carry a nuclear-powered battery pack. I realize there's stuff that they have that we don't know about, but some stuff not. like this, the sun simulator, the fake sun that they want to put up there, and I think China wants to do it. What you got to consider, what does it take to power that damn thing? How many acres of mileages of solar panels are going to be out there? Or are you going to shoot up and attach some nuclear power reactors? I mean, think this shit through. Oh, where the hell am I at here? This is so freaking stupid. But like I said, the most important thing I'd like to do right now, because I need somebody to come back and tell me, and I hope I got the truth, because I can't pull things up on this stupid little screen. As soon as I get this done, I upload it. I'm going to put that in the description, that video of Iggy's, and I think he's got a longer one on his regular channel, but I'm going to stumble across a short one about this criminal record that's supposed to be Marf's, with the domestic violence, the assault, the drug charges, and the restraining orders, and supposedly assaulting the kid of his ex-girlfriend. Anyway, until next time, see you later, bye. And looks like I still got at least 20 plus minutes before my girls, I'm getting their nails clipped before I got to get out. I'm going to head south there pretty soon. I don't want to be out here where it's cold all the time. I know I'm prepared for it. I got all the clothes in the world. I got my big buddy propane tank. I still got 3 20-pound tanks. Right now I got 17 of those 1-pound tanks with that buddy heater screw on top I can use in my tent or my vehicle. But, oh yeah, that's another thing. Can I show you this? I already had this. I got to straighten it up. I just took out the passenger side seat this morning. And matter of fact, I dumped it in the dumpster inside the vet here. So I got to straighten that up. So I and the girls have a place to lay down here in the back and up here. But anyway, for in between trips. So anyway, until next time, see you later. Bye.